Out wide, they're racing this time and they seem to jump away in a good line. Cosbar began well with Region, and they're two of the leaders as they head towards the first, with Red Roadie moving up along the rails and Relita out wide on the track showing speed too with the Southerly Drift. Over the first, and there's about 5 or 6 of them in line. It's Southerly Drift and Relita over on the outside, might be just in front of Lapsang now as they go over the second obstacle. It was followed 2 lengths to Diamond Scene, making ground over on the outside of them as they swing down towards the corner. Camden Boy up about 4th or 5th. A couple dropping right out of it early. Kanahai and Arabian Myth must be 10 lengths behind the field, and Region is last of the main bunch. The first in the straight now, and Relita over at about 3 lengths to Southerly Drift, about 5 lengths to Lapsang, Diamond Scene, Camden Boy on the inside as they go over the second obstacle. And no, the leaders are going very fast in front. Going to the next one now, Southerly Drift went up on the outside to tackle Relita, the grey, who led about a length, and they're already about a dozen lengths in front of the third place getter as they go to the next jump in the straight over it safely. Camden Boy is third, Lapsang fourth from Diamond Scene. Then making ground, Cosbar further back, followed by Red Roadie, who's got well back with Region, Arabian Myth and Kanahai is at the rear. As they jump the last one, heading out of the straight now, and the pace has been a cracker, and the leader Relita, but being given no respite by Southerly Drift on its outside. And with about 1,900 metres to go, they're the best part of 15 or 20 lengths in front of Camden Boy. 3 lengths to Lapsang, Diamond Scene. 6 lengths to Making Ground, Red Roadie. A length to Cosbar. 6 lengths to Region. Then Arabian Myth and Kanahai is the last. They're well strung out now as they head towards the back of the track and going onto the steeplechase course again. And Relita's about 1 length in front of Southerly Drift on the outside. 15 lengths to Camden Boy, 6 to Lapsang as they approach the go towards the first of the double here. And behind them, Diamond Scene, Making Ground, Cosbar the outside of Red Roadie as they went over that one. And they're followed then by Region, making a little ground now. Arabian Myth not going well, and Kanahai last. They've jumped the second of the double down the back. Camden Boy jumped very high at both fences. And here Southerly Drift went up and joined Relita. And as they climb the hill at the 1400, they're about 15 lengths in front of Camden Boy. They haven't made any ground on these leaders. Diamond Scene and Lapsang are together next from Making Ground, Cosbar, and about 8 lengths to Region, Arabian Myth as they went over the double on top of the hill. Red Roadie's back second last, and Kanahai at the rear. Over the second of the double, all Southerly Drift bungled that, and the leader Relita about 1.5 lengths Southerly Drift, a dozen lengths to Camden Boy as they go down the hill. Lapsang Making Ground, Diamond Scene dropping off from Making Ground. Then came Cosbar, and the rest headed by Region and Red Roadie I don't think can win. They come down to the 1,000 metres down the dip, and here's Southerly Drift again taking Relita on. They're about 10 lengths now to Lapsang, who's going pretty well from Camden Boy. Diamond Scene 3 lengths away to the double now down the dip. Over this, Southerly Drift had gone up on the outside and had drawn level with the grey Relita. Only about 6 lengths to Lapsang now and Camden Boy. Here's the second of the double. And Southerly Drift just over it in front of Relita, but only 4 lengths now to Lapsang, and Diamond Scene running on from Camden Boy and a gap further back Making Ground. They're on the corner. Southerly Drift's taken the lead. Relita a length behind it. Lapsang and Diamond Scene out after them from Camden Boy. Southerly Drift led down to the second last by 1.5 lengths from Relita, who hit it. Then Lapsang going for a split in the middle, and Diamond Scene as they got over the last one now, and the leader Southerly Drift tackled by Lapsang, who's coming home very stylishly. They were followed by Diamond Scene and Camden Boy to the outside with a fast run as they go to the 100 metres. Lapsang in front of Southerly Drift. Camden Boy the outside and Diamond Scene, but Lapsang in front as they get near the line, and Lapsang's going to win it. Second placing will go to Southerly Drift, very close for third. The Flying Region in the centre. Diamond Scene and Camden Boy were in line. Then Making Ground about 10 lengths further back is Cosbar. It's followed by Arabian Myth, Relita, who got very tired. Red Roadie's run about second last, and Kanahai last of all. Well, correct weights up after that thriller. It was really a bookies race, that one. Lapsang 11.25 and 2.10. Southerly Drift 2.30. Region $1.65. The favourites disappointing. Camden Boy had every chance, and Red Roadie never in the race started equal favourites. And what a lot of races we've got for you today. The highlight of the day, of course, comes from South Australia, with a meeting at Morphettville is the first day of their big carnival in Adelaide. We'll be bringing you Sydney, and also today we're going to be bringing you Brisbane. So there's plenty of action for you here on Channel 7. Let's have a look at the openers for race 10. Prince Gano missed it by a length or so. Loddon River and Kerry Maboy were also slow to get going. Rumba Rhythm was first out from Rifle. Then Stupendo and Escondida joining the leaders, and so was Black Parade, a line of about 5 or 6 as they settle down into stride. Back behind those horses then is Dead of Night and Leading Heart on the inside, and Camdana Boy up there from Lady of Renown. A length further back, Circle of Gold, and then Prince Gano, 2 lengths to Dash and Run. It was followed by Loddon River, Kerry My Boy back towards the tail with Magnesia Miss at this stage. And as they go down the hill now towards the 800 metre mark, and here we saw Black Parade take over from Rifle on the outside and Camdana Boy third. Fourth, Escondida on the inside of Rumba Rhythm, the Grey Stupendo. A length Leading Heart and Dead of Night going forward over on the outside. A length to Prince Gano and Lady of Renown, 2 to Circle of Gold. They were followed by Loddon River, Kerry My Boy back behind them. Well back in the field, Dash and Run, followed by Magnesia Miss, and Lower Elegance is Stone Motherless. Down the hill they race now with about 600 to go near the turn. Black Parade a neck in front of Rifle. Dead of Night pull to the outside, 3 deep. Prince Gano going 4 wide. Escondida looking for a run, and they were followed then by Stupendo over on the inside of them. In the straight they race, Prince Gano on the outside and Dead of Night have raced to the lead. Prince Gano took the upper hand with Dead of Night battling on, followed by Lady of Renown, Loddon River, but Prince Gano in front with 200 to go, hands and heels just in front of Dead of Night. They're followed by Lady of Renown and Kerry My Boy, but Prince Gano's a pretty good youngster this. He's going to win. Prince Gano scores by a length and a half to Dead of Night. A half length Lady of Renown third from Escondida, Kerry My Boy. Then Rumba Rhythm, Lower Elegance made up a lot of ground at the finish. Then Loddon River, well back is Circle of Gold, Camdana Boy. They were followed by Stupendo, a long break to Black Parade, Magnesia Miss, Rifle, and then Leading Heart, and last Dash and Run.
Oh boy. In the early part, and Bold Buffy's going quickly up into second in the first 100 metres or so. Killy Moon is going to third now, followed by Vain Artist, who's trapped out fairly wide, and then Ascanis and Whiskey Coin. Now, Lots of Rule, after beginning very quickly, has drifted back, passed by Dandy Circle and Tiger Haze, and Morato's last of all. Coming down the side, 800 metres out, Hail Report, the leader. Whiskey Coin now second, but deep. Out 3 wide, Whiskey Coin. Pushing through in the middle is Bold Buffy, and Vain Artist is getting a beautiful run. He's a length away, fourth, and travelling strongly. Ascanis is next on the inside, pushed along a little bit, and then Killy Moon on the outside, starting around Tiger Haze, and then Dandy Circle, Morato, and Lots of Rule. Coming around the home turn, 450 metres to go. Hail Report, the leader. Bold Buffy second. Vain Artist behind them, locked up at the moment. He can't get out. Whiskey Coin on the outside, and Killy Moon is joining in quickly. Tiger Haze right down the outside, and in desperation, Olsen is easing out on Vain Artist, but he might be spotting them. Too big a start. Hail Report just in front, 200 metres to go. Killy Moon on the outside. Whiskey Coin coming through the middle. Tiger Haze and Morato's making ground at the end. Hail Report's not going to give in. He's fighting on. He's just in front. Hail Report in front. They hit the wire and he's won it. Hail Report. He's led from go to woe. Hail Report first. Morato maybe second. Just in front of Killy Moon, Tiger Haze and Whiskey Coin. Next in was Ascanis and then Vain Artist, Bold Buffy, Lots of Rule, and Dandy Circle last of all.
Right, well, it's going to be a photo for all placings there, and it looks as though Prince Gano, $2.05.90. Dead of Night, $1.05. Lady of Renown, $1.25. The Quinella, $7.45. And the Trifecta, $61.10. Correct weight, 625, race 2 at Sandown. In the third...
Not a bad break. Impoverish at the end of 100 drops out to last, and Hope and Pray and Cool Action are the early leaders. Dal Show hunting up on the inside. Triple Tristram Handy, followed by What a Life, and then at the head of the others, Glenbourne. Tri-Step trying to get over. He's 3 and 4 deep. Then Will Echo on the inside, a length. Impoverish making ground, followed by Ceramond, and then All Ashore. A good margin away next is Lord Kensington, Sober Lad, and Hunter is last. On the side, 7.50 to go, and Cool Action, the narrow leader from Triple Tristram on the rails, third, almost making a line of 3, Dal Show. A length, What a Life, 1 Tri-Step around Will Echo, then Hope and Pray drifting back, followed by Glenbourne, Ceramond, Impoverish. 1 further away, All Ashore, then comes Sober Lad, Lord Kensington next to last, and Hunter trails. At the 500 and coming onto the home corner now, and Cool Action and Dal Show striding along together. They break a length and a half on Triple Tristram, followed by Will Echo coming around the heels of the 2 leaders, and Tri-Step out 6 and 7 deep, and even wider out is All Ashore. Now as they run towards the 300 metres, and quickly Mal Johnston, the replacement rider on Will Echo's taken the youngster to the lead. All Ashore comes after him. Forget about Tri-Step. Cool Action dropping off. Will Echo the leader, but All Ashore has pounced on him very quickly. Oh, he's a smart horse, this bloke All Ashore, overcoming a wide alley, and he'll bolt in. All Ashore has beaten Will Echo. A distant third was Del Show. Then Cool Action, What a Life, Impoverished, Glenbourne. Then Tri-Step. Further back came Sober Lad, Hunter, Ceramond, Triple Tristram, Hope and Pray, and tailed off was Lord Kensington.
Right, there you have them in the first event in Sydney.
They're in Caraman, and definitely must have a chance. They're off in Adelaide.
Dusk away well with Travel Star. More tickets showing speed, Sir Great, and working across from the outside, Flaming Dancer. With it there too was Classic Man, and going over on the inside, running next was Andre's Folly, beaten for speed. Around them, Nam Quetta and Wine Duke midfield from Mayara. They were followed then by Green Action, Purple Empire. Further back came Lady Britannia, ridden hard. With it, Lord Alban, but wide. They were followed then by La Bombay Zare, who's third last. Andre's Folly now just ahead of it, fourth last. Back second last, Tumby Downs as they race down the side and two away to Specific Aim. Going to the 1,000-metre mark now, and the leader Regal for me on the inside of Flaming Dancer by 1.5. Classic Man joins At Dusk. A length and a half further back in the pack then Sir Great has enjoyed a nice run. Nam Quetta caught 3 deep. More tickets, it's Rail, and they were followed a length away. Storm Treasure, Mayara, Travel Star. Over on the outside of it, Purple Empire. Wine Duke held up between horses, looking for room then is Lady Britannia running into the hills. They were followed then by Green Action, La Bombay's Air, Specific Aim from last as they swing. Further back, Tumby Downs and Andre's Folly last on the rail. The locally trained Regal for me got away 2.5 in front of At Dusk, and Sir Great into the clear. Over on the outside, Nam Quetta has been wide throughout, but is showing courage, and Purple Empire running home well from more tickets. At Dusk giving a bit of ground the rail than Travel Star. Out wide, Storm Treasure looking for room, Lady Britannia, but it's Regal for me by 2.5 in front of Sir Great after it, with Nam Quetta, who's had a harder run. Right down the extreme outside is Mayara and Specific Aim, but Regal for me is plain sailing. Regal for me is streaking them in the run home. This is going to romp in. Regal for me flashes away from her rivals and wins by about 5 lengths. Green Action got second, Sir Great third. Specific Aim and Andre's Folly ran on from the tail. Then Mayara followed by Nam Quetta, a nice run. Then Wine Duke with Purple Empire, Lady Britannia, La Bombay's Air, Tumby Downs, Lord Alban, At Dusk. 8 lengths more tickets, Travel Star, Classic Man, Storm Treasure, and a long last was Flaming Dancer.
To get into the next stall, racing now. On the outside, Cara's Magic and Handed Down began quite well. Proudest Moment got away nicely with Raw Edge and also ran Cheetah. Cindy's Appeal moving through in the centre, and over towards the inside, Mon Wan is one of the most prominent there, and Blaze of Interest is going fast with Melody Hit and Himalaya last. Up towards the turn, they're spread across the track. Cara's Magic's worked over to be about 2 or 3 off the fence. It's one of the leaders with Caheden out wide and Proudest Moment, Blaze of Interest, Cindy's Appeal in the centre, and Raw Edge. Around the turn, Cara's Magic led. Cindy's Appeal got the run up to be second from Proudest Moment coming at them on the outside, and Caheden out wider on the track. Cara's Magic tackled by Cindy's Appeal. It's running on hard from Proudest Moment, Caheden, and then ran Cheetah. Cara's Magic and Cindy's Appeal with Proudest Moment out after them. Cindy's Appeal might be just in front of Cara's Magic, fighting back on the inside, and then Proudest Moment, Cindy's Appeal and Cara's Magic go to the line. I think Cindy's Appeal's just beaten Cara's Magic with Proudest Moment third. They were followed by Caheden. Stay Afloat was never in it, but has got up the run about 4th or 5th. They were followed by Handed Down and Little Eskimo. Well back in the field is Raw Edge with Melody Hit, and Nuage Gris ran Cheetah. Himalaya is one of the last over the line, and back with it is Mon Wan. As the judge semaphores the photo sign after the running of the Chadstone Handicap First Division.
The Quinella, $21.20, and the Trifecta, $187.70. Okay, that's the position with the third decided at Sandown Park.
Place them go. They're racing, and near the inside, Swan Court began very quickly. Medico Legal slow to get going. Valdius and Mnemonic showing speed with Senyodal, who's trapped out fairly wide, and Sterling Link going up towards that leading bunch. And there's Vain Royale spearing through in the middle. He's going up towards the leaders. Valdius joined by Vain Royale and Mnemonic. Senyodal is a length away fourth, but trapped out in no man's land. Caught about 4 deep on the outside of Recommendation and Swan Court. A length further back to Sterling Link, followed over on the inside by Mr. Shaw. One picking up ground is Minimum Weight, although he's a fair way back in the field with Skipper beat Medico Legal, and dropping out last is Called Time. Over the crossing, 600 metres to go. Vain Royale's the leader, a length in front of Recommendation, who's moving a little closer on the outside, and Senyodal going up to join those leaders. Mnemonic just behind them, followed then by Valdius. On the outside, Sterling Link, Don't Play going forward, then Mr. Shaw. Minimum Weight still a fair way back with Lady Malua. Well in the straight, 300 metres to go, and Recommendation, she darted up, she's hit the lead. It's Recommendation just in front. front, not for long. Here's Don't Play coming into it with a big run on the outside, and Don't Play has now gone to the front from Recommendation, then Valdius, then Yodel's gone. Sterling Link starting to make up ground, but Don't Play raced away from Recommendation close to the line, and Don't Play push right out, goes on and scores easily. Recommendation second, Valdius third, then Mr. Shaw, followed in by Sterling Link, then Yodel. The next one home was Mnemonic, and then Called Time Medico Legal. Vain Royale stopped. Well back was Skipper Beat, and the last few home minimum weight Swan Court and Lady Malua.
And number 7, Don't Play, ridden by Dave Murphy. The winner, as called by Wayne Wilson, in the second at Eagle Farm. Second place into 4, Recommendation. And third, number 6, Valdia, 7, 4 and 6 after the running of the second of Craig.
Racing this time, lovely start. Devious Lady wide out, one of the best to begin. Magic away nicely, as was Sandollar, and pushing up is Madalena into a prominent spot, and so too is Balmoral, then True Rebel, followed by Mad Maxine and Grand Cindy. And behind those horses, Lady Mantis. Now Magic's going to be pratted very, very wide a link. Lady Jordana and Adara. One to Fiorita, then comes Broadway Rhythm, Secret Greeting, Stormy Strike, Petrus, last Just a Taste. They go towards the first corner, and Sandollar dashes to the lead. 3 Devious Lady, True Rebel, third and fourth the outside, a halfback Madalena. A length then to Mad Maxine and 1 Balmoral, shaded on the outside by Magic. A little more than a length, Grand Cindy inside of Lady Mantis as they string out. Then Fiorita, Lady Jordana, followed by Adara. Then comes Secret Greeting, and on the inside Broadway Rhythm, Petrus a long way back, so Stormy Strike and Just a Taste last. Along past the 550, and Sandollar comes back to Devious Lady, a length in it. Mad Maxine wide out third, then Madalena in the centre, the fence, True Rebel from Magic, Balmoral hard ridden over Grand Cindy, and then Lady Mantis and Lady Jordana on the rail. Around the bend, 400 to go, and Sandollar leads Devious Lady, Madalena followed by True Rebel, waiting for the run and getting out now, and True Rebel comes after the stablemate Sandollar at the 200 metres. Sandollar more than a length on True Rebel, and then comes Grand Cindy starting to run home, followed by Adara. Sandollar the leader, followed on the outside by Grand Cindy, finishing fast. Oh, there's a fall. Adara's lost the rider as they reach the line. Grand Cindy's got up to win. Grand Cindy a half head Sandollar. Third home, True Rebel, followed by Madalena. Then Petrus, Broadway Rhythm, Devious Lady, followed home then by Mad Maxine. The field disorganised with that fall. Then Magic, Secret Greeting, Lady Mantis, Just a Taste, followed by Stormy Strike, Lady Jordana, Fiorita, and Adara has lost the rider. Balmoral and Adara, 2 down. Oh, 50 metres short of the winning post. Darren Beedman and Ron Dufficy.
Well, a sensation there, and let's have a look at it now as we see Grand City, the eventual winner. Watch the horse moving into third placing on the outside now, and it just hit the deck, and a shocking fall there. Hopefully those riders and horses will be okay. We'll get a report on them for you shortly, but Grand Cindy has got up on the outside, just out of frame, with the camera following the fall there. And it looks as though it might have been Adara, number 12, inside the 100 metre mark. And Grand Cindy gathering in Sandollar. Just watch Adara's front legs. It just hit the turf very solidly there, and a very bad fall. And let's hope that those horses and riders are okay after the running of the second event there.
They're off, and a tidy start. So Aperitif jump well out wide, hit the lights, hard ridden out of the machine, and away well too was Opal's Work, and also lots of lip, and going fast is Royal Victor. Driving through behind it came Vain Dudley, and also Flighty Native, and back that cat with Bellerant. Further back to Fontenoy, Wizzy Mo. Vain Dudley drifting back now, followed back in the pack behind those then. Getting back out of ground as they work down the side. Jetri, Sir Sabine is also well back with those, and another one that was back towards the tail was Fabriano. The racing on the side, under 700 to go now, and Royal Victor, the southeasterner, led by a length. The slasher Jack Elnam was prominent, and so too lots of lip in that division, hit the lights but giving ground, and between them looking for a run on the rails and getting it. Classic Coors pushed through, then Flighty Native followed further back in that division as they swing Opal's Work, and in behind them back that cat. Aperitif hit the lights, dropping out. Bellerant was next, out wide Elnam to Fontenoy. Jetrice very wide, further back in the field behind those then Sheer Zone and Wizzy Mo. Vain Dudley finding the rail, Royal Victor the leader in inside the 200. He's 2 in front. Coming at him, Classic Coup and Flighty Native joining him with Back That Cat coming home over the top of the lot of them. It's Royal Victor in front. Back That Cat coming at him. Royal Victor, Back That Cat. Royal Victor, I think, just. Back That Cat. Classic Coup third. Flighty Native, Vane Dudley, Bella and Sursa B into Fontenoy, a line of 5 behind them.
The plane's going to Chicago. The pilot's going to New York.
Away they go. Majace jumped reasonably well today. Detanue missed it very badly on the inside. Mighty Kayaru and Hello Melbourne beat them all out easily. Hello Melbourne led early from Papur and Mighty Kayaru the outside, followed by Disputed Pearl, and Centaur is with those horses. Over along the inside, Majace is just behind the leaders, a line of about 8 in front at the moment, and then Liberty Slipper. Near the turn, Papur is on the rails. Wolverton Diamond has joined it in the lead, and Hello Melbourne. They're about a length in front now as they turn for home from Bowles Seymour. Back behind them, Majace is looking for a run, and then Disputed Pearl and Mighty Kayaru. Hello Melbourne just in front of Wolverton Diamond at the 300. They're having a good battle. Majace is struggling a little bit. Wolverton Diamond the inside, and Hello Melbourne at the 200 have it between them from Majace. It's Wolverton Diamond a neck in front. Hello Melbourne trying hard to bridge the gap, is gradually getting on terms. Wolverton Mountain and Hello Diamond. Hello Melbourne's gone home the best. Hello Melbourne's just got up to beat Wolverton Diamond and Majace. Well clear of Disputed Pearl, Bowles Seymour, Papur, Valiant for Truth, Mighty Kayaru, Spinador. Then came Detanue with Iskra, well back, Centaur. Then Haughty Lad, well back in the field. Then towards the rear is Folk Hero with Liberty Slipper and Gold Con and Aurify. Judges call for the photo. Great battle down the straight.
Park of race 4, numbers 2, 8 and 1. Hello Melbourne, $2.55 and $1. Wolverton Diamond, 95. Majace, 75. The Quinella, $5.60. And the Trifecta, $38.75. Numbers 281, correct weight race 4 at Sandown. Well, in Brisbane, there's a little bit of 5. They're racing now in Brisbane.
He came out smartly and coined the lot, showing plenty of speed early, and Cool Nip is ridden for speed, goes to the front, and Voyager going up to have a crack at Cool Nip early. Lord Bubbles and Enchilada trapped out fairly wide, 3 and 4 deep. Just off the speed is Egotistical, nicely placed. There's Du Bois making ground quickly on the outside, racing up to be about 5th. Coin the lot drifting back to about 6th on the inside of Law Power, Wonder Rock Art, and then Masashi and Star Advocate. Black Tapper's getting a fair way back, and he's a bit wide, 3 deep on the outside of Oakhaven Star and Sir Ashford. Wonder Connie Debut, and then Tracy and Mr. Larry March Star, and Making Memories is last. Coming down the side, 750 to go. Lord Bubbles is the leader. It's Lord Bubbles by a length and a half. Voyager second, Enchilada a length and a half away third. Then Du Bois, Cool Nip, Egotistical, followed by Law Power, Coin the Lot, Rock Hard making ground, then Black Tapper, Masashi, and then Connie Debut going forward on the outside of Star Advocate, Tracy and Oakhaven Star, March Star, then Sir Ashford, Mr. Larry and Making Memories. The big field comes around the bend, 400 metres to go. Voyager just in front of Enchilada, who's looming up dangerously, and Du Bois claimed the pair of them on the outside. He's coming at them hard. Rock Hard now pulled to the extreme outside. Law Power going through in the middle. Egotistical's got a split on the inside, and Connie Debut is coming into it. Plenty of chances, 150 to go. Rock Hard's taken the lead. Rock Hard just in front of Connie Debut and Egotistical. It's Rock Hard in front of Egotistical. Duffy pulls the weapon. He's got it. It's Rock Hard first. Rock Hard has beaten Egotistical. Third, Connie Debut, and then Black Tapper, followed home by Law Power, and then Star Advocate, Coin the Lot, Du Bois, Masashi, Enchilada. Next in was March Star, Tracy and Oakhaven Star, Mr. Larry, Sir Ashford, Making Memories. Cool Nip stopped, and then Voyager and Lord Bubbles, the early leader, last of all.
And the numbers as called by Wayne Wilson, 15, 6 and 22 after the running of the third event in Brisbane.
Racing now, and the best to begin was Willard, leads a half length on Fiametta, third special finish, moving up Racidity. Soda Springs out very deep. Then My Market Love on the inside, Legacy of Love and Fashion Plus, and two to Misty Doll and Sovarella, followed by Ice Path, the length Zavata, Sharima, Petite Cherie, and last of all is She Excels, galloping along past the 800, and Willard on the outside just in front of Racidity. A length away third is Fiametta, followed by the favourite Special Finish. A length the Soda Soda Springs, and then My Market Love, Fashion Plus, Zavata Cherie. Then Misty Doll, followed by Legacy of Love and Ma Petite Cherie Widerut. Then Ice Path and She Excels, and it's back near the tail of the field. Soverella's about fourth last, travelling to the home corner. And here's a race and a half for the front spot, with Recidity just having it now from Willodge in third place and getting a dream run up on the inside. Special Finish, then Fiametta, and Soda Springs is next from Fashion Plus, coming down to the 200. Special Finish taking a while to warm up, and Soda Springs dashing about 4 off the inside rail, has cruised to the lead and looks all over a winner. Second is Recidity, then Special Finish and Willodge, but this is a breeze coming up for Soda Springs. Peter's keeping it going. Oh, Recidity's run off the track. Soda Springs has won by a minute. We've got Willodge, Fashion Plus and Special Finish in a photo for the miners. Then came Recidity, who veered off the track in the last bit from Fiametta, She Excels, Ice Path, My Market Love. Further back in the race then was Misty Doll, Legacy of Love, and then Ma Petite Cherie, Zavata Cherie and Soverella.
Well, there's plenty happening up there in Sydney today, and the numbers will be 3 and a photo, but just have a look at the second horse here. At the moment, it's about 2 off the rail, but it sees the gate by which they leave the mounting yard and come onto the track, and just watch it. It does a left-hand turn, and that is Recidity, and has thrown second placing away. It was going to run second, I'd say, clearly, with 100 metres to go, and it's finished up missing the money. It's run about 5th. So it's 3 and a photo.
Foxhill won the race last year. Can he do it again this year? Back to back, they're off. And Foxhill easing back as per normal out of the race in the early part. He'll get it back towards the rail, and Sir Quest is looking for the lead as they head out of the straight with Overland Boy, Bourbon Boy and Zoom Cloud, the rail, a line of 4. Sir Quest cuts across in front of them now and gets to the rail to lead and shows the way onto the side out of the straight. By 2 to Bourbon Boy, just shading Zoom Cloud. Overland Boy was next, followed by Storm Joy, 2 to King's Pleasure, and 4 or 5 away to Pika Maguess on the inside of Foxhill. Heading up towards the crossing near the 1800, and here the leader is still Sir Quest. He leads by about a length and a quarter. Storm Joy goes to second, 2 lengths away third. Bourbon Boy going by the 1800. A couple away Overland Boy outside of Zoom Cloud, about 3 lengths further back to King's Pleasure. 4 and 5 lengths away to Foxhill, and a similar break of 4 or 5 lengths away. Last of all is Pika Maguess. Shaping up to run along the far side. They've gone past the 1600. Sir Quest led by a length to Storm Joy. 2 lengths away in third position. Bourbon Boy enjoys a perfect run. Then came Overland Boy on the outside of Zoom Cloud. 2 lengths to King's Pleasure. 5 lengths away to Foxhill and 5 to Pika Maguess. They're racing in 3 packs down the side, where the leader, the far side, going on towards the 1200 metre mark is still Sir Quest. He sneaks away a little. He's now about 2 in front of Storm Joy. 2 lengths to Bourbon Boy. Overland Boy dropping off Zoom Cloud. 3 lengths to King's Pleasure. 2 and a half away then to Foxhill. The pace is even, and 6 or 7 lengths away. Last of all is Pika Maguess. Sir Quest led by a length at the 1000. Overland Boy goes up quickly. Bourbon Boy is starting to work into it too, and down on the rail Storm Joy, followed then by Zoom Cloud. It's a pretty true staying test. It'll suit Foxhill. 3 lengths to King's Pleasure, 2 to Foxhill. The old fellow's just going to get up into another cog, and tailed out is Pika Maguess. Racing down the side, Sir Quest led a half length to Overland Boy. 1 and a half away Bourbon Boy. Couldn't have asked for an easier run. Then came Zoom Cloud, followed by Storm Joy. Foxhill tags on now with King's Pleasure, and forget about Pika Maguess. Racing before the turn, Overland Boy heads Sir Quest. Bourbon Boy's after him. He's riding the ears off of old Foxhill now, but he's used to that and he's starting to respond. Then Storm Joy, Zoom Cloud, King's Pleasure, homeward bound. Bourbon Boy's out after Overland Boy. They're 3 to Sir Quest, who's gone. Foxhill runs to 4th, then King's Pleasure, Storm Joy. Bourbon Boy, though, collars Overland Boy inside the 200. Foxhill can't go on. King's Pleasure's making a bit of a race out wide. It's Bourbon Boy in front, 3 clear. King's Pleasure is coming home like a train. Bourbon Boy in front, though. He'll win the West End Export and gets there by about a half, 3/4. King's Pleasure. He might have got his tongue over the bit. 4 to Overland Boy, Storm Joy. Foxhill didn't go on at the finish. Then Sir Quest, followed by Zoom Cloud and Pika Maguess looking for another lap.
And the numbers 2, 6 and 4 as called by Ron Pabst. The favourite home, Bourbon Boy, Jimmy Courtney. Second placing to King's Pleasure, ridden by Apprentice C. Moon. And third, number 4, Overland Boy, J. O'Connor. Numbers 2, 6, 4 as called by Ron in the third.
Racing at the first attempt. Jumped away pretty well. Petite Bouquet and Glowing Idol couldn't go early. And Karela Lass was one of the first to get going and is showing the way on the inside with Pretty Plume, grabbing it shortly after in this